One thing we haven't really talked about, I'm curious if you'd like to touch on a little bit, is your team. I know you
Yeah.
mentioned that you kind of cleaned house in that first laundromat. You've since bought a second laundromat. You can talk about them together or separately, however you like, but what was your process there? Because I know you talked about cleaning house, and I'm assuming you're still attended. So that means you had to build a team from scratch?
Yes, I had to build a team from scratch. The staff, I let them go literally the day I bought the store. Like, I didn't take them on. Let's put it like that. I never fired anybody because I bought assets. I did not buy a company. I bought washers, dryers, and a building. That's all I bought. I did not want to take them over because I can share this here. A lot of people can relate to that. My store was known as pill popper heaven. You know, if you needed prescription drugs, you went to that laundromat. That was the store, what it was known for. And I said, that is not what we are going to do. So I didn't take any of the staff over, meaning I worked there myself in the beginning. And remind you, I still have my daughter full time. So that was very, very challenging. So literally the second week I bought the store, I hired a lady, and she's been my senior staff there. She's been with me for, as I said, since the second week I owned that store. She's she's fantastic in what she's doing. Her name is Sheila. She's great. And we kind of learned together. You know, she's just a super friendly, easygoing person, but extremely hardworking. You know, but so her and I, we were just kind of, okay, who we're going to bring on board. You know, we had some hires, we had some fires. Like I try to fire right away. If I don't have to hire out of necessity, if you do not fit the team, I much rather work myself. You know, even if it's late at night or early in the morning, I work myself. You do not fit the team because you're not fitting our company philosophies. That is, for me, is very, very important. But her and I really were able to build a team, and it's a small team for the Griffith store. So what we ended up doing, we looked really in when our peak times are. So I'm attended for 12 hours a day, and then 12 hours a day we are not attended. And it works out for that store. The community is a safe community. The people are very respectful, but I constantly, to answer your question a little bit better, I constantly reinvest in people. I think that is what I do different than most owners, but not like all owners, because I know you two are doing the same thing. Yeah. Reinvesting in people, meaning not only your community, but also into your staff. You know, there's, right from the beginning, I gave vacation days. Right from the beginning, you know, there was a holiday. We don't work all day on a holiday. You know, yes, we are open. We show up to clean up, you know, but again, we work as a team. You see me on the 4th of July or on Christmas Eve in there when I don't have anything going on, so they can go home. It's a team. It's a little family, you know, that we create. So my core principles are, and my 11-year-old daughter will tell you that you have two things that you don't do to me. You don't lie to me, and you don't steal from me. I hate liars and thieves. And all of my staff knows that. And that is also where I show zero tolerance. You know, there's absolutely, like, I fired people over that. There's zero. There's no second chance, no question asked, no, absolutely nothing. There's zero tolerance. Those two you don't cross. Other than that, we are family. People make mistakes. We fix the mistakes. We grow together. I'm in my store 7 days a week. 7 days a week, every week I'm in my stores to make sure that the staff is on track, to see what problems they have that I can fix for them. Again, we are a team, we're a little family.
I think that's what makes it so hard to compete with you. Is it's already obvious to me that you have amazing community loyalty. Like, your community is your family too. And I know I see that in our stores all the time. We go in and our attendants know our regular customers. You know, they'll be like, "Oh, how's your daughter doing? How's her first day back at school been?" You know, like, they know each other. And I think that's the difference that a big, nice laundromat can't compete with, is that loyalty you have from your customer, because they feel like part of your family. They want to support your business.
Absolutely. I would like to give you an example, Carla, on that. My daughter, you know, has been with me now for many, many years already, and she kind of grew up in the Griffith store, right? I mean, from like somebody who knows how to clean soap trays to, you know, to like clean the floors, help doing laundry. I mean, she has spent countless hours folding, you know, with me at the age of, now she's 11, so 9, 10, you know, when we really started that pickup and delivery and so on. But where I was going with that, so that community is fantastic. Griffith, Indiana is known for being a small town. They are fantastic people. The community, they support each other. Our town council is fantastic. And then I told people I'm buying a store in Gary, Indiana. We all know that is the murder capital of the United States. Well, apparently we got surpassed by some Philly, I don't know. So we're not that bad anymore. But people were asking, like, how can you take your daughter in there? And of course I didn't take her in the beginning. I looked out, right? I made sure that, okay, it's a store. Let me check out the people. Right now she's in there with me, when I go there on a daily basis. She's helping the people getting loyalty cards. She's cleaning the machines. The community respects my little girl so much. It is mind-boggling. So again, look into people. Don't follow the stereotype. Just because the store is maybe demographically or geographically located in an area that society frowns upon doesn't mean that those are bad people. We got rid of the bad people. Took me about 3 months, but we got rid of them. There's no more bad customers in there.
Well, let me tell you something else, David, in our audience out there, as someone that grew up in Flint, Michigan, which is a pretty rough area.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. I lived there for years. Most of my family lived there, and some of them still do. Mm-hmm. The reality is that the old cliche that it just takes one rotten apple to spoil the bunch. The reality is when you get rid of that apple, they don't spoil the bunch. And so, exactly. You can have, I don't know, let's call it a town of 100,000 people. You can have literally 50 to 100 people that just ravage the entire neighborhood. But everybody else in that neighborhood are, for the most part, really good people. I really, maybe I'm just an optimistic person, and I know I am by nature, but I really believe most people are good people. Now, when they're mistreated, they don't usually respond very well, and I don't either. So the reality is when you go in there and what I call clean up the trash, take out the trash, take care of people that are mistreating the community, you provide a safe, clean environment for people. They thrive in that environment. They love that environment. And they will run through a brick wall for you, whether your facilities are the Taj Mahal or not. So I think what you've done at your store in Gary, Indiana is just a perfect example of that.